You know what you're saying? I wrote a speech, but I'm not sure that's what I'm going to say. Well, you better figure it out fast. The president of every bank is in that room. I called this luncheon to squash the rumors and to offer you a warning. The only difference between me and my husband is I'm meaner. So just another day. Just another day, Pop. She owns the company, but I run it. Situations like this have to come to a head before it resolves itself. It's about to come to a head. How do you know? 'Cause I'm about to take it there. I'm definitely going to have to start drinking again. A storm is coming. With it, power will clash, loyalties will shatter, and secrets will be exposed. In the world of oil, money, and ambition, no one survives by playing fair. Every decision can change everything, and every move is a risk that could cost everything. Landman is back, and this time, the stakes are higher than ever. In the first season, we saw power tested, alliances broken, and ambition turned deadly. Every deal carried risk. Every choice had consequences. And in this world, loyalty is fleeting, trust is rare, and only the sharpest survive. Now, the game continues, but nothing will ever be the same. Visuals, cinematic cues, opening shot. Wide aerial view of a sprawling oil field at dawn, fog drifting across the rigs, the sun barely lighting the horizon. The camera slowly zooms in, emphasizing the vastness and danger of the industry. Cut to industrial chaos, slow-motion footage of oil pumps moving, sparks flying, and machinery working in tense synchronization. Text overlay power, flashback. Montage. Quick cuts of Season 1 highlights. A tense boardroom negotiation with hands slamming contracts. Explosions at a rig site. Silent confrontations between key characters. Eyes locked in rivalry. A mysterious figure walking away in shadow. Text overlay. Ambition. Loyalty. Betrayal. Character close-ups faceless, partial. Hands tightening a briefcase lock. Eyes narrowing in suspicion. Silhouettes walking through smoke-filled corridors. Text overlay. Every move counts. Transition to present season. Slowly fade into the present. New rigs being built. Maps being unrolled. Digital schematics glowing under dim light. Shadows of unknown figures observing from afar. Text overlay. Season 2 begins. Emotional tone. Use tense background music building gradually. Combined with sound effects of machinery, distant explosions, and murmured negotiations. Voiceover emphasizes suspense and the rise in stakes. Voiceover narration continued. Some fought to survive, some to conquer, and some to protect what they held dear. The land isn't just dirt and oil, it's power, it's influence, and it's a battlefield where trust can be your greatest weapon, your deadliest mistake. Every secret revealed, every alliance tested, every decision will shape the fate of those daring enough to play this game. Visuals/cinematic cues continued. 7. Symbolic imagery. Close-up of a hand tracing a map with multiple pins. Smoke rising from a distant fire on a rig. Shadowy figure watching from a helicopter. Text overlay, the stakes are higher. Closing beat for Section 1. Camera slowly pans across a darkened conference room with papers scattered. A single lamp illuminating a contract. Voiceover. And now. The game begins again. Music hits a subtle, suspenseful crescendo. Power never rests. When new players enter the field, the rules change. What seemed safe before is now a battlefield. Old alliances are fragile. New enemies are unpredictable. In Landman's world, every deal could be a trap, and every handshake could hide a dagger. Visuals/cinematic cues. Opening shot. A dark rain-soaked road winding through industrial rigs. Lightning flashes, illuminating distant silhouettes. Text overlay. New threats emerge. Every empire has its rulers and its challengers. In Landman's world, power isn't just about money. It's about control, influence, and strategy. Some will rise, some will fall, and every move will be watched, measured, and tested. Visuals/cinematic cues. Opening shot. A sweeping drone shot over a massive industrial site at sunset. Smoke drifts into a blood-orange sky. Text overlay. Power is earned, not given. Character teases faceless partial faces, hands adjusting cufflinks, gripping a steering wheel, or holding a contract. The silhouettes walking through. Offices, corridors, and rigs, faces hidden or partially shadowed. Text overlay. The players enter the stage. Boardroom tension. Close-ups of papers being shuffled, pens tapping, and fingers pointing at maps. A briefcase slammed onto the table, echoing through the room. Text overlay. Every decision has consequences. Industry rivalries. Quick. Cuts of rival teams working in separate locations, maps marked with red pins, and digital schematics being studied. Smoke rises from machinery in the background, adding urgency. Text overlay. Competition is ruthless. Subtle hints of betrayal. Shadows moving past closed doors. A hand swapping a file into a pocket discreetly. Quick flashes of a message appearing on a phone screen. Trust no one. Visual metaphors for power struggle. A chessboard with pieces being aggressively moved, some toppled over. A close-up of a clock ticking rapidly, signifying urgency and impending conflict. Text overlay. Every second counts. High-stakes negotiation shots. Hands exchanging envelopes. Silhouettes leaning in close. Whispers of deals made in secrecy. A pen signing a contract with a dramatic flourish, zooming in on the signature. Text overlay. Deals can make or break you. Voiceover narration continued. Some rise through cunning, some rise through strength. But in this world, alliances are fragile, and enemies often hide in plain sight. Every hand extended could conceal a knife. Every smile could hide betrayal. And those who fail to see it coming will not survive the game. Visuals/cinematic cues continued. 8. Climactic tease for Section 3. Quick montage of industrial. Explosions, flickering lights in the boardroom, and silhouetted figures standing against the glow of fires. Text overlay. Who will dominate? Who will fall? Emotional tone. Low, tense music pulses with suspense. Occasional sharp strings accentuate key moments of tension. Closing shot for Section 3. A slow pan across a skyline at dusk. Smoke rising from distant rigs, hinting at chaos and struggle. Text overlay. The stage is set. The players are ready. Voiceover. In Landman Season 2, the fight for power has only just begun. Shadowy figures, close-ups of men and women walking into frame, their faces partially hidden, hands brushing over weapons or documents. A briefcase drops onto a table, contents not revealed. Text overlay. Who can you trust? Tense boardroom. Scenes faceless, partial faces, hands slamming down blueprints, contracts being signed. Eyes darting, fingers tapping nervously. Text overlay. Every decision matters. Industrial sabotage montage. Sparks fly from damaged machinery. Smoke rises from a rig after a small explosion. Workers rush in panic, silhouetted against fire and flashing lights. Text overlay. Danger lurks everywhere. Close-ups of strategy. Maps with pins and notes being rearranged. A hand circling a location. Hesitation visible in the motion. Text overlay. Plans are fragile. Foreshadowing conflict. Quick cuts. A shadow pulling out a gun. A file with a name circled. A threatening phone call voiceover. Some fights are won before they even begin. Some battles are fought in silence. Voiceover narration continued. Every corner hides danger. Every ally could be a rival. The stakes are higher than ever, and the consequences of failure are deadly. Power isn't given, it's taken. And those who hesitate will be left behind. Visuals/cinematic cues continued. 7. Symbolic imagery. Close-up of a hand crushing a pen on a contract. A spinning coin landing on its edge, teetering between two outcomes. Smoke drifting over empty offices at night. Text overlay. One wrong move can cost everything. Emotional tone. Music builds tension with low, rumbling beats. Occasional high-pitched strings for suspense, punctuating explosions or revelations. Closing beat for Section 2. Camera pans across a shadowy figure standing at the edge of a rig, looking out over the industrial landscape. The game has changed. Voiceover. And this time, no one is safe.